This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga, dudes and dudettes. This is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the WWE Elite Series 60 and 61, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Big E, The New Day. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that all three figures are showcased in your standard Elite window box packaging. Turning all the boxes around, we can see images of all three figures of the New Day, and at the bottom, all the other figures from these waves. So with the box out of the way, let's crack these figures open and see what we have inside. And here is the New Day out of their boxes. And man, I will definitely say this. This has got to be some of the most fun figures that we've ever seen in the WWE Elite line. Maybe it's because it's the New Day and they're just really fun characters, but I absolutely love these figures, from their paint apps to the articulation to the sculpts, and they're just really cool toys, and I cannot wait to check them out with you guys. But before we take a closer look at the figures, let's take a look at the accessories. So each figure does come with its standard WWE stand with cardboard backings of watercolor paintings of each individual wrestler. They also come with their own individual vests/coats, and we do get a trombone for Xavier Woods. So with the accessories out of the way, let's take a closer look at the New Day. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at the New Day. I freaking love these guys. They are just probably some of the most fun characters in WWE today, and these three specific figures I'm so stoked to check out. So a big shout out to my buddy Adrian for making this review possible, because I absolutely love these guys. Getting them in their like American flag ice cream apparel is dope, and really cool figures. So let's check them out. So I'm going to start off with Xavier Woods here. Now, Xavier Woods looks really good. I absolutely love his head sculpt and whatnot. Looks great. And the best thing about these figures is definitely the paint apps, because Mattel went all out with the paint apps on these. These just look so good. Lots of blues, this red, white, and blue here with the stripes and the stars and whatnot, and how each one has like their own version of themselves as like ice cream bars on all their uniforms and whatnot. Even on the boots, you can see Xavier Woods of him and his ice cream form, even across his leg right there. Looks really good. I love the hair, how they got that all done. Just looks really nice. I do like the trombone. What is this? Francesca? Is that what it's called? I can't remember right now. Totally drawing a blank. But his trombone right there done in that turquoise color, which is pretty rad. I will note, you can't quite get this up to his mouth. You do have to finagle it a bit. The problem with that is his left hand here is not a gripping hand, it's a close-fisted hand, and he should be able to grip it with his left and put it to his mouth, but they did not do that. They gave him, instead, to give him a right gripping hand, and I managed to do it, and you'll see in the pictures later on in the video, but it's really the wrong hand. He should have this one more of an open hand, and this one should be a closed fist. So that's just a minor nitpick, you know, for me and whatnot. Since I was a total band geek, I noticed those things, but still very cool. I like this a lot. So we can take off his vest like so, like that, and see what it looks like underneath, and it looks very nice. Since he is a pretty hairy dude, lots of chest hairs and whatnot, and his belly hairs leading to the happy trail downstairs, you know what I'm saying? And it looks really good, and they all have elite articulation. Head on a ball joint, rotate, arms go full 360, up and out, rotate at the bicep, single bend at the elbow, rotation at the wrist, hinge at the wrist, ab crunch, swivel, kick forward, back, do the splits, very nice, rotate at the thigh, double jointed knees, rotate at the boot. Ankle joints are really tight, but they can move up and down, and I absolutely love that he gets a little pointed like elf toes for the his boots right there. So that's pretty cool. That's a very signature thing for him. It looks really, really nice. So I like that a lot. Very cool figure. So now I'm going to move on to Kofi Kingston. I'm a big Kofi Kingston fan. This man deserves a title run. He's just, in my opinion, a legend, especially if you ever see him in like the Royal Rumbles and whatnot. Such a great athlete. I absolutely love it. And I think this version of him looks really, really good. The face sculpt looks good. I have a little bit of a spot right there on his forehead. I don't know if you can see that. Little black dot right there. But everything else looks really nice. I do like that. I wish the beard was missing a little paint right here under his little goatee and whatnot. But it's not too terrible. Other than that, the paint-ups, again, look fantastic. You see his version of his ice cream bar right there on the back with the hair and whatnot. Just looks so good. More versions of him all over this figure. And I love they gave him those like winged shoes that he wears, those winged sneakers, because he's, you know, a real big high flyer, and those look fantastic. I love that a lot. So I'm gonna take off his vest right here, and you can see some of his tattoos and whatnot. Little tribal band right there. You got his like wings that he got tattooed across his back, again because he's a high flyer. And all these really cool little symbols and whatnot going down like so, and those almost look Polynesian. I'm not sure what all those symbols mean, but they do kind of look Polynesian, but very, very cool. His hair looks great and whatnot. Everything about this figure is awesome. Definitely a really good Kofi Kingston figure. So again, Elite Articulation, rotates the head, rolls around, does turn left and right, full 360 arms, all go all the way up, rotate the biceps, single bend at the elbow, rotation at the wrist, hinge at the wrist, ab crunch back and forth, swivel at the wrist, or waist, excuse me, hip joints kick forward that much, back that far, rotating the thigh, double jointed knees, rotate at the boot, and ankle jumps, again, very, very tight. Go up and down if you really force him, but still very cool Kofi figure. I love this a lot. Again, the paint apps, that head sculpt just look fantastic. Real good job, Mattel. Now I want to take a look at Big E, because look at that facial expression. That is awesome. These figures were so much fun taking pictures of, and definitely because of Big E and that big smile that he throws out, it just looks good. That is great. They did an amazing job with that. So I love this figure right here. Again, he gets the more longer coat, and look at the paint apps on that. All those stars and stripes and the melting effect, making it look like melting ice cream and whatnot. And there's his ice cream bar like that with the little unicorn horn coming up like so. Just looks really, really cool. So I'm gonna take his coat off, and I'm real glad that these are a very soft, pliable plastic, so they're not too crazy hard to take off. His is probably the hardest to take off just because he's such a bulky figure, so it makes it a little difficult. But anyways, you can see he's wearing a one piece and whatnot, again with that American flag motif, and all the little ice cream bars all around him. And he does have the yellow shoes, which is really cool because he has all three members of the New Day in ice cream bar form on his shoes, on the inside and on the outside. So that's pretty rad. I like that a lot. Looks really, really good. Like this melting symbols like that to make it look like melting ice cream. Just look really nice, man. Man, they did a really good job with this set. I noticed they did change this upper buck, because I remember having the first Big E Langston Elite figure, and I noticed that the sculpt is different from now, so they did update it, which is, I prefer this modern version. It looks a lot better, and I don't have that other version to compare anymore, but I can tell it's very different. So very, very nice, and such a fun figure. So again, head on a ball joint, rotate, arms go full 360 up and out, rotate the biceps, single bend at the elbow, swivel at the wrist, hinge at the wrist, ab crunch back and forth like so, swivel at the waist, hip joints get kicked forward only that much. Since he has those big thunder thighs, can do the split about there, rotate an upper thigh, double jointed knees, rotation at the boot, and ankle joints. Again, very, very tight on all three figures, but they do go up and down. So overall, I think these are so very cool. Man, I think these are probably the best New Day figures to get. These are awesome, and maybe it's just because I'm prone to like the American flag color scheme and whatnot, but I love the faces on all these figures, especially that Big E Langston. So if you can grab all three figures, I highly recommend them, because they are definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here they are standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And just for fun, here they are standing next to little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the new WWE Elite Series 60 and 61, The New Day. Now overall, I think these are a ton of fun and really cool wrestling figures. If you love The New Day, you will love these pieces. They have gorgeous paint apps in that American flag / ice cream motif, and they have really good articulation, and those face sculpts are incredible. They are just a ton of fun, and I think you will absolutely love them for your wrestling collections. So I give them a rating of 4 bat bombs out of 5. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.